So alright guys, you are welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, this is Zionhublogistics, where we discuss mainly about mini importations, Alipay. We discuss about everything that have to do with mini importation and also how you can make money online. So the video you are about to watch now talks much about how you can use pay for me services on 1688. Of course, a lot of people have been having issues when it comes to paying their suppliers on Alipay, right? So in this video I'm going to be taking you a step-by-step guide on how to get it done. Okay, so what you want to help me with right now is to please, in God's name, in no any other name, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm begging you, it's free. So I promise to deliver a rich content. What you're about to watch now is a step-by-step guide, right? So please subscribe, as I've said earlier, and do well to like that video. Okay, so now by default I believe we all have our 1688 account, right? So this is my app. Let me just minimize it. So you can see right here that this is my app, and by the virtue of you having this account, it gives you access to cards and chat supplier and all that, right? So what you want to do is to pay. So you will come to your browser. This is my home screen. This is the home screen of my app. So you come to your browser. I normally use Safari because I'm using an Android phone, an iPhone rather. So let me just close this tab. Let me close this tab. So by default, you are going to be inputting 1688 here. So this is my browser right here, and I'm using this 1688.com. By default, this is what you are going to be seeing on your screen. So preferable, if you are using any other browser, you can just use, I have Chrome here. This is my Chrome browser. Okay, so you can just input 1688.com, 1688.com as well. So these are two different browsers you can use. And what are the things we are going to be making use of? We are going to be making use of our Google Translator. We are going to be making use of our different browsers, right? So I'm switching to one browser to another browser because of those people who don't have a Safari, who don't have iPhone, right? So now nearly every phone have a Chrome browser. So what you want to do is, in this case, you can see that it has already translated. So you come to my here. Okay, so you can see right here that this account is right here. So what you want to do is to log in. You log in your Chrome, you log in your 1688 browser. You can see that the page has already been translated, right? So you log in, you click on login here. You can see login on the screen. So what you want to do is to log in, then translate. Okay, so now let me quickly switch back to my browser here, because this is the browser I love using most. So you can see that by default, this is what my home screen really look like. You can see right here that, let me refresh this page, but for the sake of we that are in this shoe, I'll be solving the problem right now. So now let me quickly translate. I click on this A, then I click on translate. Okay, so you can see by default here I've already logged in my account, my 1688 account. The same thing applicable to you guys. Do well to just log into your browser before we can start anything. So you can see that this is what my Alipay my 1688 look like right here. What you want to do next is to switch this browser to a desktop version, because everything we are going to be doing, it will be on desktop version. Okay, so now how do you go about that? If you are using, that's why I said I will be switching into two, so you guys can understand. On this browser, the way it functions, it's quite different from the Chrome browser, which we are similar with. So if I want to switch to the desktop version, because that is what we are going to be making use of, I'll just click on this black icon where you are seeing here. You can see request for desktop version here. If I click on it now, it's going to be changing the surface. You can see right here that it has automatically changed the surface of this app, and this is what it will look like on whatever it is that you want to do. You can see that we have different items here. So let me just switch back to my Chrome browser. You can see that this is my Chrome browser here. So let me just input the 1688 again for a better understanding. 1688.com. Okay, so I told you the other time that I'll be switching the both app so you can understand. There's no point in you watching a video and you don't understand everything on how it works, right? Sorry, this is a mistake. So 1688, right? So I want you guys to understand this video, although this video might be long, but if it is long and you gain everything you wanted, yes, it is fine. So you can see that this is how it looks like to before now, and it has been automatically translated. So just click on this three parallel dotted line here to translate this page. You click here, so you can see right here that we have two different options. The first one is to translate, and the second one is to request for desktop version, for the sake of those who are using a Chrome browser. So you click on request desktop version, and it's going to change the surface of this app. So let's quickly wait for this. You can see that it has automatically changed it. So this is what we are going to be making use of. So let me go back to my Safari now. Want to buy a item, what's even the benefit of using this pay for me? Now we have a lot of benefits of this pay for me. Now the first benefit is you are going to request for someone to pay for you. They assume that you don't have a Alipay and you want to buy something on 1688, right? So they are going to give you an option for someone to pay for you, and once you use the option, once the person pay for that item, it will notify you that that item has been paid for. Okay, so now secondly, you are going to be seeing the tracking number. You will have access to the tracking number. And thirdly, you are going to be seeing the movement where the goods have gotten to. Like when the goods is on transit, it has left the supplier warehouse, it has left the supplier to the warehouse. You are going to be given the tracking number that you are going to forward to the agents that you are using their warehouse address to ship to your different countries. Okay, so now I can help you pay. If you find yourself in this shoe, do well to message me. I will help you pay and it will work perfectly. If you are still having any issues in what I'm about to show you, just find your way to my DM on WhatsApp. Okay, so let's assume we've logged in now and we've requested everything is on desktop version now, and let's assume we want to buy this item. Let me zoom in. Let's assume we want to buy these glasses. Okay, let me just look for something nice. Okay, let's make use of this pouch. Now let's assume we want to buy this pouch here. Okay, this is a very nice item, right? So you are going to click on this item. Clicking on it will open a new tab. You can see that a new tab has been opened. Okay, you can see that this is what the item look like. You have already know how to check out a product review and all that, so I'm not talking about that today. It's on my previous video. If you want to learn more on how it works, check my previous video. Okay, so now you can see that this is the item. You are going to be adding this item to your cart. We are not buying it immediately now. Okay, so we are going to add it to your cart. And how do you do that? You can see this orange icon here that has one. The second one, which is in form of yellow, you click on it here. So clicking on it will take you here. This is a pouch of iPhone 12 Pro Max. So, and the MOQ for this item is 5. I have my complete mini importation course as well. If you want to go for my complete mini importation course, it is a complete guide. It is called do it yourself mini importation. There is no any third party inquired. So let's assume we want to buy this item now. You add it. Remember, we want to add it to our cart and we want to just buy 5. We have different items. Okay, we have different items with different we have 13 Pro Max, we have 13 Pro. So let's assume we want to just buy this 12 Pro Max and we are buying 5. Okay, so by default we are going to be okay. Let me just translate. Let me translate so you can see translate to English for you to understand. Okay, so you can see that these are in different batches. Okay, so once we have already added it to cart, what we want to click on is to determine. So I click on this determine here. Clicking on determine, you can see that it has already been added to my cart. Okay, it's a thing that we can just buy directly, but we are not going to be, when it gets to some stage, it will be like we are not understanding it. That's why I always prefer to add to cart. Now we are going to go back to our previous home page, which is the desktop version we request for. So I go back to my page. So this is the page we we clicked on that open the other time. So what you want to do now is to zoom in, then come up here. You can see, let me just zoom in a little bit. So you can see under here we have 1. This is where the cart, what we added to our cart, will be showing. So I click on this 1 where you are seeing buy a cart. You click on this item here, and by default what we have carted will show. So you can see that this is the pouch we just carted the other time, right? So you click on that item that you want to buy now. So I've already clicked on it. Clicking on it will open another tab again. So make sure everything you are doing is on the right page. No, this is not what I'm expecting. Let's go back. So you can see that we have this, and what we want to do is to click on this item. Click on what we've already carted. Okay, so let me just click on it. Let me click on it. So I believe it is my internet connection. Let's just wait for this item to open so we can just buy it directly. You know, we've already selected everything that we want to buy. Okay, so I think my hand have already deleted that cart item. Let me just go back. Okay, so let's assume this is the item we want to buy. Okay, so let me add it back to my cart. Let me add it back. Okay, so we can just, I want us to understand everything. So I click on determine. So clicking on determine has added the item back to my cart. So let me click on this cart now. Automatically it's going to be showing. Let me see, it has opened a new tab. So I want to confirm if all right. So you can see that this is the item that we have carted. You can see, let me just translate. I love being transparent. So if you want me to fund your Alipay, you have a verified Alipay, or you want to buy directly from, I can help you fund this account. Fund your Alipay account at a very reasonable rate. So you can see right here that this is the item, the pouch for iPhone 14 Pro Max that we selected. Remember, we selected 6, so you can see it right here, and we can see mixed batches and fast refund. So now what you want to do is to click on this item here. I will always advise for you to pay for this item one after the other, so there won't be a mixed up. Okay, that is why I said you should just add into carts. So let me just click on select. So by default, let me zoom in. By default, you can see that I only selected this item that I have already added into cart. You can see right here. Okay, so if I want to select this previous one to this ring here, I can select it, but I don't need that right now. We are making payment for this. So now after you've already selected it, let me zoom in. You are going to be scrolling down where you are seeing settlement here. Settlement, this is where we are going to be paying for this item. Okay, so just click on this settlement. You click on this settlement. Settlement means that we are buying and we are paying now. Okay, so let me see. Okay, it has already clicked on it, and clicking on settlement will take you to this page. Clicking on settlement will take you to this page. This is where we are making a secured payment. Okay, before now, if you haven't had any shipping address, or you don't have a default shipping address, it's going to be bringing it where you are seeing this shipping address here. You are going to be seeing it blank. So this is where you are going to be adding your shipping address. So by default, I've already gotten one here. This is the shipping address I use, so that is why you are seeing that there. If you haven't added yours, you can do where to add it, and if you want me to help you in adding it, or you're having any issues, you can just come to my DM directly. All right, so what next we want to do after taking our cart to this level is to pay. Remember, we are using a pay for me, so you can still correct this item here. If you're having any errors, do well to check it. And if you want to leave messages to this seller, you can just write it here. This is the option to write, to leave message for seller. You can just tell the seller to message you. You can just tell the seller to write your name on the parcel, make it light, then drop your number and your name on the parcel. You can just write it, but in this case I don't need that since it's a tutorial video. Okay, so now once we are done, what you want to do is to click on scroll down here. This is the breakdown. You can see this is the breakdown, and this is what you are going to be paying. the amount for this good is 6 yuan, and we have 4 yuan as the freight. Okay, so total make it 10 yuan. We are buying 10 yuan, right? So now you click on submit order. Okay, clicking on submit order will take you to a page where you are going to be making your payment. All right, this is where the grind work happen. This is I will always say that this is the engine room. This is where we get to do everything from scratch. Okay, so you can see that this is it has opened a tab where you are seeing make a payment with Alipay. Let me translate. I will always love to complain. So let me quickly announce this. If you want to join my group, I will leave the messages. I will leave the link of the group to the description of this button. And if you want me to help you pay, we also procure. If you want me to help you pay for using these services, I've already tell you the benefit, right? So it gives you access to have the tracking number, the details, everything about your product is as good as you are paying yourself, but you just want someone to pay for you, right? So I can help you pay for this option as well. Do you get it? So now this is where we are going to be requesting for someone to pay. You can see right here that we are buying 10 we are paying 10 yuan, right? So now you are going to be clicking on go to pay. Let me just zoom in. You can see that this is the order number. You can see that this is the details of this product. You can see right here. So now this is where you are going to be going. So you just click on go to pay. So go to pay will take us to the page where we are going to be. Let me just zoom in a little bit. Let me zoom in. So you can see that go to pay has already opened an Alipay for us. You remember we are still making use of our browser, and you can see that this is where let me just translate. Please always make sure everything you are doing is on a desktop mode. If you are not on desktop mode, you are not going to be seeing this option. So don't mix it up. All right, so this is the option where we get to make payments for our products, for the item we want to buy. So this card is only working for Chinese people. So you can see that we have options to add our card. I've tried it, but it's not working for foreigners. Okay, I always make a research, and once I test the research and it works for me, that is when I'm going to be coming to my YouTube channel to upload what it has worked for me, for you to benefit. So the more you need to subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can gain more helpful content, guys. Okay, so now let's quickly move on to in making these payments. Okay, so now you can see right here, let me zoom in. You can see right here that this is where we are going to be making our payments, and what we want to do now is to request for someone to pay for us. So let me zoom in. You come to this up. Let me zoom in a little bit. So this is, let me scroll. You scroll up. You can see that this is the number that I use for this account. So automatically it is my Alipay account on 1688. So this is where we are going to be making use of the pay for me option, guys. So you can see that this option of find someone to pay for it. Now let's assume at this stage 1688 assume that you are having issues in making these payments, and they don't want you to abandon the transactions. That is why they leave it as option for someone to pay for you. Okay, let's assume you are not having enough balance, you're having issues with your Alipay, so you are going to be requesting for someone to pay for you. It's as good as you are the one buying this item. Do you get it? So this is the option we are going to be clicking. Let me zoom in for you to see that this guy is not doing magic. Okay, so now you are going to click on find someone to pay for it. Clicking on it will open another tab again, and clicking on it, this is where we are going to be requesting for someone to pay for you. So let me just translate this page. So let me zoom in. You can see right here that it has turned to pay on behalf of others. Okay, so now you can see you are applying for payment for this following transaction. This is the item. Remember, we are buying iPhone 14 Pro Max, right? The pouch. We are not buying a phone, right? So now you can see that this is it. The amounts have not changed yet. We still have our 10 RMB. Guys, you have gained enough content now. Please just subscribe. Subscribe is free. Just hit that subscription button, then like. So you know that the more you like this video, the more other people get to the SEO of YouTube will recommend this video to others. You know, you are having issues. That is why you are watching this video right now, so people can also watch it, so that YouTube will recommend. I beg you, do you want me to cry? Please subscribe, okay? So I know that you will do what you will do, that it is free. Please. So you can see by default it has already confirmed the name on this Alipay account, right? So if I'm buying for you at where I'm writing this Samuel Joshua and that number, you can simply indicate your phone number and your name, so I'll know that the payment is from you. So immediately once you write this one, the next thing you want to do is to fill in this captcha where you are having 5UFH. So once you are done with this aspect, guys, this is where we are going to be sending this pay for me option. Now automatically when I click on this item here, it's going to notify my Alipay directly that someone is trying to request for a payment. Okay, so now let me just click on it, because I will always like a very clear and a very understandable video, right? So now let me just click on it. So I click on it. So let's wait for this page to load. Let's wait. So you can see right good, immediately you can see that I have a notification on my Alipay. You can see that it has confirmed this request here. This is the name on this account, and you can see the number, right? So this is how it's going to be notifying your what's it called, the person you are using is Alipay account to make payments, right? So now let's go to my Alipay account. Now let's go to my Alipay account. I have my Alipay here, so let me just refresh now for you to see this notification. So let me refresh. I think it's not coming up. Let me just refresh. I think it's my internet. I should have something here at this notification. All right, so now let me just go to this message. It should be around this place. Good, you can see that this is the name on this account, Mini, or what's it called, and you can remember we are having 10 items. We want to buy for 10 items, right? So let me just click on this for you to see. You can see that we have Samuel Joshua with the name that was written on it, right? So what you want to do is to send. You can either send via this red packet here, or you send through the Alipay. You can see the two options down here, but you firstly add as a friend, because you can see that the notification came in as a friend request. You can see that we have this here, so you add. So once you add this guy, automatically it will be easy for you to send as a red packet, right? So this is how it works. If you want to say, let me just click on this red packet here, you can see that for you to confirm that this is working perfectly. Okay, so now if I'm to input the amount here, 10 RMB, and click on here, automatically is going to send, but I don't want to send it. This is a tutorial video, right? So let me just cancel, then go back. Let me go back to our Alipay 1688. So guys, once the payment is being made, it's going to give you a notification at that settings. It's going to tell you that this payment has already been made, and you are going to be given your tracking code, including the shipping, the logistic details, the tracking code where the goods is going to be arriving at the warehouse you input. So this is more unlike you are having a verified Alipay account. So this is how it works, guys. If you want me to clarify one or two things that you are not getting, you can do well to reach me on my Instagram handle at Zionhublogistics. Then you can reach me live on my Facebook page, Zionhublogistics, as well. So I'll see you guys in my next video. I can help you pay for this, as I've said earlier. I can help you pay for this, and I can help you. You can get my complete course, procurement, and all that. I'm very available for all this. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Do well to subscribe. I love you guys.